Now, one of the things that has been making, of course, NIO to struggle to sell well in Europe, you will know that is because of the tariffs that, of course, were imposed by the European Commission onto the Chinese new energy vehicle car makers that are selling their cars into Europe. I mean, NIO got last year, I think October, November, they were hit with an additional tariff of 20 point, or they were hit with a tariff of 20.8%, making it extremely difficult for NIO to sell their cars in Europe. I mean, one thing that is making, of course, some of the Chinese new energy vehicle car makers to like XPeng, BYD to still sell maybe pretty decent in Europe is because of their prices, right? I mean, XPeng cars are way cheaper than the cars of or the models that NIO sells. But thank God now under NIO we've got your sub brand like Firefly, you've got Onvo, which can really go out there and also compete in Europe. It's just that NIO has not really started fully selling these cars like their sub brand into Europe, but the sub brand for sure, I think absolutely 100% they are going to revive the kind of sales that we see into Europe, right? I mean, right now the reason why I'm doing this is because obviously someone just dropped me the sales breakdown of what we've been seeing onto Germany since the beginning of the year, in fact since 2023. But before I go onto that list, please man, just like this video, please subscribe if you've not subscribed to this channel. YouTube still tells me that some of you guys are just watching and not subscribing, and therefore I will really humbly ask that if you've not subscribed, please consider subscribing to this channel. You know that I give you news, latest developments, latest content on a daily basis, because I believe that, look, blue sky is coming. That's number one. I believe that those that are persevering throughout the headwinds of the share price of NIO are going to be rewarded with time. I mean, if there's one thing that I like about NIO is that regardless of the share price may be dropping, they continue investing heavily onto their fundamentals, or we continue seeing the major breakthroughs that NIO continues announcing, which even validates or gives us more reasons to buy or increase our holdings onto NIO. So please man, if you're a NIO follower, if you love NIO and you've been watching the content that I drop, please subscribe. Let's grow this community together. But otherwise, I don't want to waste any more of your time. Let's go back to the video. Like I said, there is a sneak peek that shows the kind of registrations or sales that NIO has been generating into Germany. I mean, you will notice that is, those are the monthly registrations for 2023, 2024, 2025, which you will notice there that, of course, January 2023, 2024, and 2025, it was 1, 27, and 18. So 2025, NIO sold 18 cars versus the 1 car that they sold in 2023, and the 27 cars they sold in 2024. February, it was 13, 27, 25. March, it was 122 for 2023, 48 for 2024, and 21 for 2025. April, it was 25, 53, 19. May, it was 44, 35, 22. June, it was 145, 44, 16. July, it was 44, 32, and 47 for 2025. August, it was 411. I must tell you, this was the month, man. This was in August, 35 and 23. September, 80, 22, 20. October, 289. Last year in October we saw 15. This year we don't know how many cars is NIO going to sell, right? November it was 50, 2023, 29 last year. We don't know how many they are going to get this year. December it was 39. Last year December it was 31. We don't know. We still got 3 months to go, but all in all, you can see that, look man, at some point in time in 2023, NIO was doing the most, but obviously last year, you will notice that last year we started seeing some struggle, especially towards the end of the year, and this is because of the tariffs that were imposed. And since then, even this year, NIO has been struggling because of the tariffs that are currently there in Europe. But the reason why cars like or companies like BYD and XPeng have been doing well It's because the cars that they are selling are not that pricey, meaning that even when they take their cars that side into Europe, people can still afford them. Middle class people can still afford them, whereas into NIO main brand models, because of their prices, a lot of people cannot afford this kind of cars that side. And with the tariffs, you can imagine how much these cars are going at. I mean, 85 touring 85 mid sedan, which in China the starting price is around what, $42,000. In Europe, the cheapest 85, I think it's in Norway, you get it around $56,000. That is the cheapest model that you buy. And that $56,000, it's the price for Norway. Other countries even get to up to around $60,000 as the starting price of the 85 touring 85 mid sedan. Now you can see why it has been extremely difficult for NIO to sell their cars in Europe. But like I said at the beginning of this video, we thank God, because right now there are sub brands like Firefly, which in China they are starting around $16,000, and in Norway Firefly is going to start around $26,000. And I'm quite certain that even other areas now we are going to see Firefly starting price with a battery starting at probably plus minus $29,000-$30,000, which is going to make it at least easier now for people to have access, or for people to go for Firefly on to buy NIO sub-brand cars. And the main brand models is going to remain quite challenging for the people to be able to afford them, because look, the prices of the cars of NIO, sometimes it's in fact, I think probably most times you'll find that it's way more than the prices that you would get your Mercedes, your BBAs, right? Audi, the BMW. And obviously the local European customers are going to go for their very own. They cannot spend more money to buy NIO when they can spend, I think, money to buy their own luxury brands like your Mercedes, BMW and Audi. But now when when Firefly is penetrating the European market, which by the way they are not using the same strategy where they are launching stores or where they are opening NIO houses, but rather they are partnering with local partners to help them sell these cars, I think we can get to report something great under NIO. We are going to definitely see some major change, or some major of course sales boost, because of this new strategy that NIO is doing, or it's implementing in Europe, which is going to save them a lot of cost. Because right now when they open a NIO store or a NIO house, they need to pay them their monthly maintenance or their monthly bills that they need to pay, which is something that of course it was not good for NIO. But anyways, I don't want to make this video too long. I thought I'd come and quickly give you this update. Tell me what you think. Blue sky will come, long term will win. I don't think we should be worried about the NIO main brand that much in Europe, because that car is quite pricey until that point where I think NIO has got a NIO factory in Europe, right? We need not to worry about much of the NIO main brand sales, because that car is already costly. I mean, the price of NIO in China, it's already high. Main brand models, it's already cannot be afforded by so many people. You can only imagine the kind of impact this price does to the European market, with the shipping cost, with the tariffs and everything. It becomes unbearable. But anyways, let me leave this here for now. I will see you on the next one. Like, share, subscribe. That's all from me, and God bless you all.